Up in my face, come on into the room. Come on into the room. Got one person in the crowd, drop down, say hi, or go ahead and say bye because it's weird. Okay, good. People coming, let's go. Let's go. I haven't had a Whopper in months. This Whopper is doing what it needs to do, giving me the energy that I need. Say, fuck Diddy Diggler Cone. I'm mad this man parked this. Nigga parked this truck so damn close. I couldn't get out if I want to. Hey, Justo, bro. Let me hear J Love. Somebody fucked this up to kick it with my sis Jayla real quick. Let's see where she at. Give me 1 second. I hope you don't got a bunch of shit to move. Cause even though Pop-Pop's not getting out right now, like this is like you really this nigga parked this truck. Like if I wanted to get out, I couldn't get out type shit. I don't like that shit. That's rude. So over and moving. I wasn't here for it. Share me out, do something. We got 5 people in the building, but only my brother is talking. What is that about? I'm on my other phone. I can't even fucking share myself out on this fucking phone. Jayla, sis, let me drop the link for you. You are the special guest. And I ain't put Instagram won't let us be great. So I had to come over here. Instagram won't let us be great. You know what I'm saying? They make enough money, so we don't need these type of glitches. But yes. Exactly, Rocky. How you doing, Rocky? Rocky come right in with the poignant comment. That's what I'm talking about. Exactly. And this is the thing. The people that we don't see retracting, okay, J Love, the people that we don't see retracting the statements, that tells you who's on them tapes. The people that we don't see saying, Diddy, you that's a fucked up thing that you did. You know what I'm saying? Those are the people that saw them tapes. So let's pay attention to them things. Okay? We don't even need to see it, but we will be seeing some footage soon though. Mark my words, because how should I say this? That tape coming out, it was just a warning shot, like a pow, like like this is minor to what we really have on you, Diddy. This is minor. And like I said on my last live, at the end of the day, Cassie could have been with any nigga she wanted to be with, all jokes up, that had money. So it's really not about money. People keep taking love out the equation. Like it's not possible for a person to meet a person and probably decide like, oh, I'm gonna get the bag off Diddy, and then he might have been a nice ass fucking person. You see this nigga ran around that fake ass alias, Dr. Love or Diddy Love or whatever Love. You understand what I'm saying? Like, let's be real. This nigga would be jumping around partying and dancing and shit. Wouldn't you think that's some shit to fall in love with? Not trying to be funny. He seemed like a lovable kind of guy. You know? And then that's when he got you in the trap. Right, Rocky? They damn sure did. And now they lose away. You understand? And what people are not taking in accountability is, how do we not know that Cassie did not go to the police and then fucking the police was like, the statute of limitations is up. We are so sorry. We wish we could help you, but we can't. Then we got to keep in mind her only piece of evidence she had, the hotel did a disservice and gave it to the offender. Like, you understand? Like, what the fuck is people talking about? What the fuck are people talking about? That's like when my abuse shit. My abuser did. I didn't go, like, I literally was living the sweet life when I met my abuser. You understand? I had all the money. He was selling drugs. I was selling drugs. You understand? Everything he had, like, I had. Like, you understand what I'm saying? I came there together. You understand? Like, further, everything like that. It was the love. Hey, Bucks. It was the love that was in the equation. Even though I didn't stay that long, it's the matter. The shit still happened. You understand? I had a father to talk to me about ain't shit ass niggas, and I still was sitting there, this woe was me bullshit, because I gave too many fucks about this nigga's childhood. Like, damn, his mom was on drugs. Oh my God. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God. His father was beating his mother. You know what I'm saying? And that was the get you gotcha, because every time when he put his hands on me, even though it was just 3 times, afterwards, it would be the fake tears. And oh my God, why would I do that to you? I watched it happen to my mother. Oh my God. And that's what the fuck it was. You understand what I'm saying? It wasn't no slapping a bitch and then I'm in the corner healing the fuck up. You understand? It's called gaslighting. People gotta get it together. Cassie could have had a whole Caucasian billionaire when she was fucking with Diddy. Because at the time she started fucking with Diddy, Diddy had millions. He wasn't even a billionaire yet. You understand? Look at the nigga that she fucking with now. Not trying to be funny. That nigga got some a little bit of coinage. That white man. And he ain't scared of Diddy bitch ass. That nigga was like, ooh, you is not a man. That nigga spoke up for his Cassie boo. And then we got to keep in mind, everybody guilty. Everybody that was around the entourage, everybody is guilty. Because motherfuckers be watching the abuse and then be like, you know, they try to make up shit why it's okay. I don't give a fuck if this bitch was a prostitute and sucked a million dicks. That shit don't give nobody the right to do what the fuck was on that video. Then people be like, oh, but you stayed, you like it. No, you fucking don't stay and you like it. Like, if you got a crazy motherfucker that got millions that you know made people disappear, because imagine the stories and the shit that Cassie is present for that she know that we just be speculating. You understand? Imagine there's probably some bodies under Diddy's belt. I'm not gonna hold you. Not the ones where we like, okay, he orchestrated. We know Kim is one. I'm talking about some people that we probably don't even know about, like the help or something that's seen some shit that they wasn't supposed to see to keep these secrets a secret. We don't know what the fuck she's seen to be scared enough to stay. Also, we don't know if she had a place to go to. You understand what I'm saying? People just be like, leave and go where? Some people can't leave and go no fucking where. I Do you see 3 buttons, Jayla? You see 3 dots anywhere? Let me see. 3 dots. Yeah, you see 3 dots? Cause I think it should be there. 3 dots. It should be more. Hey, Brackhead. Hey, Tommy. But yeah, everybody is putting a blanket over it because it wasn't their story and their situation to go through. And as you know, that's really callous because that could be anybody's family member or whatever. And like I said, abuse has nothing to do with money and somebody wanting the bag. It's motherfuckers in the hood that's living with broke motherfuckers that is still getting beat to this day, probably that started dating whoever when she dated. You know what I'm saying? There's grannies that, you know what I'm saying, that are getting beat up by grandpa. You know what I'm saying? So let's be for real about shit. Rocky. How do I pin on here? Okay, yeah, I just gotta touch the pin. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. And then that mirrors off of when I had my abuse situation or whatever stuff. Like I had people that I could go and fix this nigga. But I was in love. You get what I'm saying? So I'm like, I'm not about to go and do that. And then my bros fix him or put him in the dirt. And I'ma still be with the nigga. You understand? I was still in that little space. And it wasn't the fact of what he was doing to me. The nigga used to threaten to fucking kill my mother. You understand? This person, my ex, he beat 3 bodies. Real nigga. And then people probably like, that sound crazy. It's not crazy, it's for real. The shit is in the papers, but I don't need y'all knowing too much about the kid. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, I ain't got time to play like that. There's times when I tried to leave and that nigga pulled a sword off on a bitch. Like, let's be for real now. Okay, good, 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 good. Okay,
Hey,
you good,
salute to
sis. Salute, sis. You know what I'm saying?
her.
We gotta get in tune. You know what I'm saying, with the folks, because they don't be understanding. People think that abuse is black and white, not understanding the shit is gray.
Definitely, definitely. It's different forms of abuse. Yeah,
Right. And that's what people don't understand. Where it's like we could never put ourselves in her predicament, in her shoes. You understand what I'm saying? Like what Rocky said, the comment I pinned. This nigga blew up Kid Cudi car for dating her or whatever. So every time
right,
she went away, something crazy and bananas took fucking place. You gonna play with somebody that got enough money to blow up cars and get away with blowing up cars?
right. Exactly. That's a
None
rich
of these
man.
people, yeah, like none of these people that's talking about this, oh, I'm a strong black woman, because even some of the females that's on that fuck shit. You can be a strong black woman, but you talking about being a strong black woman with an average ass nigga. That
Right,
ain't hard to
exactly.
do. That ain't
Hmm.
hard to do. You understand? I
Right.
probably would have fucking stayed motherfucker blowing up cars. You see what I told my story is? This nigga got 3 bodies, sis. You understand? And then it's
Wow.
like I had other factors in play where it's like I have niggas that's like him that can do the same shit that he do. But now it's like, do I send them to do that and now they go to jail and they're away from their family? You know what I'm saying? People just make shit cut and dry when they ain't gotta go through shit. Hey, first class.
Exactly.
Had he
Salute to the
probably never
child.
been threatening my mother since, I probably, you know what I'm saying? I probably would have left
Yeah.
and worried about him trying to just find me. You catch me when you catch me, motherfucker.
Right. But we don't know. He probably like yeah, and she know more than we know, because we just finding out that Puffy is a thug,
Right.
So and everything is not cut and dry. Domestic violence is domestic violence, whether it's mental, physical, whatever. I don't think it was motivated by money at all. I trust
I
me, I
don't
think Cassie
either.
would, yeah, she would return everything to him if she could do it all over again, believe me.
And then Pay Monique says, hey Sean, and then people keep leaving out the part of the pink cocaine. You understand what I'm saying? He done got the girl
Crazy.
strung out. He probably started out whatever and stuff. Who knows? He probably got her on the drugs when they first started dating and then implemented the shit. Real nigga
That's a
shit.
hmm They said he had her on drugs for days, sis. So can you imagine? Yeah,
Right. So who's gonna have enough sense to be a strong black nothing when you basically a crackhead? Crackheads is
that's
out here fucking dogs for hits.
exactly. And believe me, she didn't use him to go to get beat up and all of that. Believe that's not what that was. You know, a 19-year-old girl, this man is 36 years old, introducing her to things that her mind can't even, process or beyond, to think about.
Right.
So,
And she might have been looking for guidance because Cassie does not have her father. Cassie is a
yeah,
child of a single mother.
that plays a
Most
part too.
women that do that shit is looking for a father figure. You understand what I'm saying? Like I've dated niggas older than me, but not much older than me. Like when I was younger, like older than
Right,
me. Like if I was cat like 19, older than me was like 24 or something. I thought I was doing something. You get what I'm saying?
right,
Like oh shit, because I had my
right,
father. Like my father bought me everything. My father taught me. You know what I'm saying? Like how I should be treated. So it like shit didn't impress me.
That
It
part.
didn't, you know? So people
Mm-hmm.
gotta understand these girls that be doing that or they be trying to get the bag. You don't know what their background story is. Some of these people was sleeping in homeless shelters. Some of these people
Mm-hmm.
wasn't even fortunate enough to be in homeless shelters. So the minute that they find any stability, they latch to it, and then that's how their mindset is set up from a kid. Cause you don't know when you're not gonna have nothing.
That's right. That's right. Or she could have just been in love with him. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is, we all been in love with that dude. The dudes I was in love with, they was broke niggas. Imagine Diddy.
Listen,
Imagine a
bro,
boy.
listen, hold up. Bro in here talking shit. Bro, you
Yeah,
not ready for an argument. Listen, it's not an argument, it's a discussion. But it's real nigga shit. And we not scared of you, okay?
I've been
Okay.
waiting for this ass
You know
anyway.
my
I'm
body,
trying to
bro. I ain't
understand.
scared of you.
Right. He was talking that shit, trying to know what's up though. Like, you know, how that he know that shit was wrong. That was
He
crazy.
do. I don't think he truly believe that shit neither. Like I understand how you two go, but I don't think, bro, like I really don't, cause it's impossible.
Exactly. That shit was just wrong, period. Like a whole like, bro, you couldn't buy, you know, respect. You couldn't get the best lawyer that town got. Like it, that shit is crazy, and that's somebody's child. You doing and
Right.
that's not the first time, sis. He do that every other day. Like he do that, and we just talking about that. We not talking about anything sexual that we know, you know, whatever. Like mentally violating her, you know. So that is
Yeah.
shameful.
You blow
Hmm.
up some call with, I'm telling you, story abuser story. He be having a story time. Boom. The first time when I was like, yo, I'm off this shit. Like this nigga tweaking. Like you understand? Like this nigga's
Hmm.
out his fucking mind, right? I was like, yo, I'm leaving. I'm leaving. I'm going back home. I'm leaving. So he was like, all
Right.
right, you got 5 minutes to pack your stuff. Mind you, like I told you, since I came there fly, like I came there with all my shit. So I'm like, I just gotta go. Like you know what I'm saying? So let me hurry up and pack this shit. I think he was trying to see if I was pump faking or some shit. And I was putting all my
Hmm.
stuff in there, putting it in there. In the apartment that we had, because I said we was in the streets. We was on that life shit fucking the room behind the closet where I started taking my stuff, it had guns and shit.
Hmm.
You understand? So
Yeah.
I fucking was packing up. That nigga went in that room. It's almost like he practiced this shit. Like this was gonna come one day, like the way it went down. Because he went in that room and I said, I just dropped the bag. I said, no, fuck this shit. And I tried to run for the door. That nigga beat me to the door. Like I had the door cracked open. That nigga kicked the door closed and then cocked that shit. It's like, you gonna leave me? You're gonna sis, I used to be looking on like Maury and remember how back in the days when they would have the shows and then the girls be all crazy, like, my abusive boyfriend, he won't leave and stuff like that. The shit was fucking crazy. You understand?
Hmm.
And it was like, oh,
Right.
I'm gonna kill your mom. But like I said, like I said in my live, like the I had to get it together because I'm like, yo, I'm with the shits, and I got people that's with the shits. But I kept feeling sorry for this nigga because he had a fucked up child. Like I was caring about shit that I shouldn't have cared about. And then when I
That's
got that out of my
interesting.
mind, because one day, and that's why I say people will enable shit because his friends would be around, they wouldn't say shit, they wouldn't do shit. It was only one of his friends that was a real nigga, and that's the first time when he ever did something in front. He was like, "Yo, why you doing all that?" Nigga did it for his kid and everything. Fucking him.
Mm-hmm.
The end all be all was we was in the house, and it was something he said to me. Everything would start because he didn't like what I would say to him. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
I said
Right.
something. I don't even remember what it was, but the nigga put me in a headlock. Mind you, this nigga taller than me, way more than me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Nigga put me in a
Yeah.
headlock. And I think that's when it like sunk in my brain. Like, okay, you gotta nut the fuck up now. Like, this nigga really think you one of them and you really not. You understand what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
you've been being docile. You've been trying to be this little flower feminine shit. And look what it got you. It got a nigga thinking that you're a punk and doing the most
Mm-hmm.
shit. So he had me in the headlock, sis. And I'm like, yo,
Mm-hmm.
let me go. Like when I'm calm talking to you and you doing some shit, something crazy about to happen now. It wasn't no scream, it wasn't nothing. Mind you, his friends is in the living room. They playing a game like shit ain't shit going on, sis. They
Mm-hmm.
don't see what the fuck is going on. So I'm like, yo, let me go. So he was squeezing my neck tighter. Like every time I said it, so that like the third time I said let it go, and then I started to feel like I really can't breathe. I said, no, fuck this, because like the nigga had bullets in his body from that situation, and I said earlier about the whole 3 body shit, whatever that he
Yeah,
caught,
right,
they he got shot up in that shit too. But then it's a whole crazy shit. I lived a life, sis. But anyway, fucking
right.
he had bullets left in his body. One of the bullets happened to be like in his back, like near his spine type shit. So
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like took all my energy and like backed him into like the closet handle, like the handle for the door. And I guess
Mm-hmm.
that hit it and it hurt or whatever. And he threw his hands up. He had to throw his hands up to let me go because of the
Mm-hmm.
pain or whatever. And I ran to the kitchen and went and got a knife. When I went to go stab him, do you know these niggas jumped in front of me willing to get stabbed so that I don't stab him?
Now y'all get off the game and put down a blunt. Now y'all ready to hurt. I would have stabbed
Right.
all them.
And I
Yeah.
told him, I was sitting there, I was like, yo, Mo, they was like, yo, just chill, chill, sis, chill. And I'm like, the fuck you mean, chill? I'm sitting here,
Okay.
the fucking can't breathe. And none of y'all was screaming, chill. Like, I swear to God, if he stayed here, I'm killing him. He dead. Y'all better take him out of here. He's fucking dead. And then, like, I think that with him, it was like, now he wanted to try. I'm like, I don't even want to play. He tried to use his kid for me to stay. I said, yo, I'm out of here. I'm out of here because it's going to be me or you now because you've been doing too much. You know what I'm saying? I'm not none of your exes because he had a pattern. That's why even with
Mm-hmm.
some of these females, don't think it's funny that when you deal with somebody and they talked about they slap they BM, I don't give a fuck how much they don't like each other or even if you don't like the bitch because some people exes be on some bullshit. Don't laugh
Right.
about it. It's not funny because that shit could be you and motherfuckers don't change like that overnight. Most niggas that got a hand problem, that's their problem. It's not
That's
really going nowhere. It's just you probably won't get beat as much or maybe you're pretty so they won't hit you in your face. You understand? Or you know what I'm saying?
right.
It just switches, but you're gonna get your ass whooped.
Right. And you're right.
Hey,
There is
with
a pattern. Let me ask you something, Cola. And that's just if you want to answer this question. Really, just
hmm
for awareness. How old was you when you was going through that? When you was with the guy, the abusive guy?
I was 21.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I was
Okay.
21. And
Mm-hmm.
that's the whole thing where I kept feeling like I was strong because even when the first time it happened, it was them bullets. Sometimes you can't, how you say this? Like I'm an empath where I've
Mm-hmm.
fixed that over the years where it's like I'll take other people's pain over mine. If
Mm-hmm.
you
I
understand,
understand.
you
Of
understand?
course.
So
Mm-hmm.
I used to know that, like the first time he hit me, I'm like, yo, I could walk all over this nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like I could, like I know, cause I used to fight niggas. It was all about how I felt about him. I don't know why I was just so in love with him, cause I never experienced that. Like I said, I used to fight niggas, sis. I was
Mm-hmm.
fighting. So it wasn't that I couldn't defend myself. It's just I didn't care about nobody that much. You know what I'm saying? The only man in my life up until that point that I cared about that much was my father.
Exactly. And they know that. And he put you, it's so crazy. He put you in a place like they all feel sorry. Like that be the you feel sorry for the nigga. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
yeah.
even
Mm-hmm.
his family, because it's like, even with the stuff, like it didn't change my personality. It was almost like he was trying to get me to like put fear in me. You understand? And make
He was
his
trying to
family
break your
like, yo, this is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like they would, you know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm.
But they were scared of him too. That's why you got people got to pay attention. Like, if
Mm-hmm.
I could do it all over again, like I wouldn't fuck with him ever again if I could do it all again. But I'm just saying, like, if that situation took place, like I would have wanted to see more of his interaction with his mom. Because I didn't get to
That's
see
a
what their real relationship was until yet again I was too deep in. Like his family just
mm-hmm.
was in love with me because I was a normal female. He used to be fucking with like these scuttle bucket
All
ass
the-
bitches.
yeah,
You understand?
yeah.
Like they thought it was
Mm-hmm.
some type of hope. And then it
Right.
was like they seen the downfall. Like I was all smiles and giggles. You know what I'm saying? First we was going to like the little family functions and all this other shit. And then one day I was sitting in the car waiting for parking and I had like a nervous breakdown and I was on the phone with his mother. And she was
Mm-hmm.
like, she said, you are a beautiful young lady. You are a sweet young lady. Listen, get away from my son. Do not let my
Mm.
son drag you to the gutter because you used to be smiling all the time when I first met you. You don't smile anymore. Get away from him. And she told, and I had to respect it because when she told me that shit, she said, listen, if you tell my son what I said to you, I'm going to say that you lying.
That's the he was like, so let me ask you this, were you afraid of him? Or you just more so felt sorry for him?
It was more so I wasn't afraid like he was like gonna do something to me. It was the threats to my mother because I knew he was unhinged.
Okay, okay,
So I was
understood.
more so like I'm like, damn, I just jumped into this shit feet first, and now
Mm-hmm.
other people can possibly be harmed because
Mm-hmm.
I was
Yeah.
moving too fast with it.
What type of relationship did he have with his mother? Like as far as
A
you think,
horrible
when
one. A horrible one. A horrible one. He used to call
disrespectful?
her bitches, like curse her out and all this
Mm-hmm.
other shit because of whatever happened in his childhood. You know what I'm saying? Even though she changed her life like dramatically and shit like that. Like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. But it wasn't like that in the you know what I'm saying? Like I guess in the beginning, like when he was like courting me is a whole different person that he was.
Of course, you know when we meet in these niggas for the first 6 months, we meet in their representatives, and you did make a point. You have to
Hey
get to know
Nikki.
you. Hey, New York, Nikki, I can't really see the chat, but you have to get to know who you dealing with. You ever heard? Of course, you heard it. You don't know somebody until you live with them. You understand?
Exactly, sis. And that's where the
Yes.
fuck the shit went to the left. When we was just
Mm-hmm.
dating and I was where the fuck he was, and I mean he was where he was and I was where I was, he
Mm-hmm.
was not like that. Like it was literally Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Even the first time he put his hands on me, it was weird how the shit happened. You understand?
How?
It was something
How?
I said, and everything had to do with something I said, right? And the
Mm-hmm.
nigga like literally like yoked me up, or I said, "What the fuck is going on?" Mind you, his 5-year-old son is there.
Mm-hmm.
I said, "What the son is screaming, let her go, let her go." You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you doing, daddy? And like it just was bugging. And then his one friend that was scared of him but still would like speak up. He's like, yo, let her
Mm-hmm.
go. Like, what you doing, son? What you know what I'm saying? Like, she good to you, like that nigga, yeah, it was just crazy. And then when he let me go, I went to throw something at him and then we was going at it, but he was bigger than me. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Like, and
Right.
then he would catch me. It's not funny, y'all. Like, I'm not laughing because this shit is funny. It's like looking back on it, like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was a life experience. Like, damn, you went through that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you was tripping because I had all the tools to not go through that shit. You understand?
Right. Right. So, and I'm sorry that that happens to you. And yeah, this is awareness. You understand that we could touch a young girl, anybody, you know what I'm saying? Because there is a lot of domestic violence going on right now. You know, these little young girls, these men is killing them, throwing them in the
Yeah.
trunk. You know what I'm saying? So we do need to, I feel like, and I salute you, Paula, for even, just telling us your story, because there's signs before that. Diddy didn't just beat that girl up like that, so
Right.
if you want to tell your story, I'm here to hear it. You know what I'm saying? Even if I could get something from it. I never been in a domestic violence like a physical situation, but I've been
Yeah.
with someone who was verbally abusive to me, talked down to me, told me I was ugly, like I didn't know shit, always trying to make me look dumb, like that type of stuff. Did he start? When did you
But
like
verbal
think
is
that
just
it
as
was
bad as
a
physical. So don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's real nigga shit because words stick with people. Sometimes they like the pain, like you get hit, it hurt. You know what I'm saying? But it'll
right?
heal. Sometimes words cut and them cuts sting.
Of course. What was when did you like was like something wrong with him? Like I know you probably knew that anyway because I know you said that he was in the streets, but at what point in y'all
But you know
relationship?
what? It wasn't even that he was in the streets, it's because I always dated street niggas. That's why it
Right,
was confusing to me. Like, and they was never on that fuck shit. Like
exactly.
never. Hey Paris, you know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? So it was weird to me with him. And then the difference where it really threw me is because he comes from a good ass family. He
Right.
chose he you know how some people is in the street because it's for survival. Hey Diamond, because they have no choice. He kind of
Hmm.
chose to be a street person. Like his family has money. Like his family is like on some Huxtable type shit. So I don't know where the fuck you know what I'm saying? Like he went through what he went through. Like his part, I guess his mom and that section of it is where the
Hmm.
street somewhere came from because she wasn't doing what she was supposed to do. But for the majority of the family, you understand, they
Right.
are on their P's and Q's college graduates, all type of shit. So in my mind, I'm thinking it's the best of both worlds. Hey, bro, what's up, bad Bob? It's the best of both worlds. Like, all right, this nigga street smart, and he come. You know what I'm saying? Like, we could
Right.
kind of relate a little bit because, like, my parents was in the street, but they, you know what I'm saying? Like, they wasn't. It wasn't no ratchet shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, my father
Right.
used to sell drugs. I didn't know none of this stuff until I was older, but it was still like my mom has like 3 degrees. So to me, it was like, oh, I finally found somebody that we in the street, but our family got some sense about them. Like our mom, you know what I'm saying? Crackheads, and you know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like we could relate
Right.
on that. And then when I was meeting his family, you know what I'm saying? I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, okay, this is cool.
So,
I
Coleman,
I don't I don't know.
I
Like
didn't
you know what I'm saying?
mean, right. I didn't mean to cut you off, hon, because I heard you say something. You said that y'all both came from good families, and you described like how they went to college and things like that, right? So
Mhm.
we kind of know that even though he came from a good family, bad things could have happened. You know what
No,
I'm
they did
saying?
though. He had a fucked
Right.
up childhood. He had a fucked up. Like, his
Exactly.
mother was addicted when he was younger.
And one thing, when a mother rejects her son, it's something totally different. You know
But
what
you
I'm
know what's
saying? That's
crazy
why,
though, Jayla? She never,
mm-hmm,
she, you know how some people's addicted and they reject them? He never was
right,
rejected. So he might have just had some mental shit going on where
that's
her parents took
his
care
hair,
of him or
right?
whatever and stuff, but they was rich, his grandparents. You know what I'm saying? You still got to see your mother.
Mm-hmm.
She wasn't one of those. She wasn't one of those. You understand?
She was
That
she was a crack smoker and not a crackhead. Right.
right. You get what I'm saying? So I don't know where it got lost in translation for this nigga or whatever, but it just was disgusting. He just treat everybody in his family. Everybody in his family was scared of him. It wasn't like he was just bugging out on me.
Mm-hmm.
You you would bug out on fucking everybody or whatever. And like I said, it was when we moved together,
Mm-hmm.
that's when it got fucking crazy. And I
Mm-hmm.
realized it was crazy the fucking first time he did it. But like I said, the love shit, that's what people don't understand when people gaslight. It's just like
Mm-hmm.
being a crackhead. Where crackheads are
Mm-hmm.
not crackheads because they just love to smoke the crack. Because the first high is the best high.
They chasing
So
that
they're
first
just
high.
right. They're chasing, trying to find or get that first high that's never going to come. It's the same shit when you're in a fucked up relationship with somebody and they're gaslighting you. You remember
Mm-hmm.
that good person and all of that. You understand?
Yeah.
Welcome, peace, love. You remember that good person. That's what was with me and him. Where it was like, oh, I know there's a good person in there.
Right.
I seen
Because
the person.
it is just like his bad days is good days too. But I know that, sometimes them bad days overweight them good days. I hear you. I don't. So he wasn't a demon all the time to you. It was just,
No, and to the majority, to be honest, if I was to
mm-hmm,
do a percentage of the time that we did, hey, BB Nice, of the time that we did spend together, it was
mm-hmm,
way more good times. Like I said, he hit me 3 times, but 3 times is still, you're not supposed to hit people. You understand?
right,
So it wasn't
exactly.
like a
That's
every day
criminal.
or every week thing. It just,
Mm-hmm,
it would catch me off guard. Like that's the shit that he was on. Like for instance, if we would be getting to an argument and a disagreement, right? He
mm-hmm,
wouldn't he wouldn't hit me when we're arguing and like when I'm matching energy, as they say. You understand? When I'm
right,
like, yeah, nigga, I'm with it too. What's up? You know what I'm saying? Like when I'm on the level, that's not when it would happen. He will wait
right,
like a day or two later after it, and he'll be like, let me see, what's a good example? Like say like he's like, oh, where's my shirt at? And I, instead of me like, oh, your shirt is over there, just saying a regular, like I do have a smart mouth. I'm not even gonna hold you. I'll be like,
right,
it's where you fucking
right.
left it. The
Mm-hmm,
nigga was like sucker punch me type shit, but he never hit me in my face. But like hit me in my like my body. You understand? But he would
mm-hmm,
catch me when my brain couldn't process it. Like you not giving me that energy while I have that same energy because you know I'm gonna attack you. You
right. That's
understand?
what was strategic, motherfucker, spiteful nigga. Yeah.
Right.
That's
So it
exactly
also
what you.
had me on edge because I don't know what I'm getting that day. Just because he cool that day, it might have been something I did last week or 2 weeks ago that he's holding on to and
Mm.
gonna catch me when I'm not paying attention.
So when he would hit you, would he remind you of what he's chastising you for? Like what time it like I'm
Yeah, and that's
chastising
why I was like, this nigga was crazy because he'd be like, "Oh, you remember when you did it's not funny now, right? Ha ha ha." I'm like,
you.
what?
Mm.
Like
Let me
that
tell
was how many weeks ago? What? And then
that
start
be
crying after. You understand?
mm,
Like,
yeah,
and going back to the childish shit because his father used to beat his mother.
right. That's the bullshit too. That's the bullshit too. That's crazy. Yeah. Mm. Wow.
So then I would sit there, you understand? With the
Mm-hmm.
empath in me, I would sit there and be like, well, they make it seem as if he didn't know no better. Like I could fix somebody, and then I realized I can't fix you. I gotta go because one of us is gonna be dead or in jail. When I started to have like thoughts, like I would be cooking. Like say I'd be boiling water. I remember one time I was boiling water for something. And I just
Mm.
was dazed out into the pot of water, like how good it would feel to throw this shit on this nigga and his fucking skin melt off. Like the
That's
joy I would get out of that. You understand? So it's like now you're tweaking my mind out. You understand?
right.
Into
Hurt people,
to
hurt people. Hell yeah. Let me tell you the characteristics that he has, because there's different type of abusers. He's the type of nigga that'll get some acid and throw it on a bitch as she coming out from work off guard. Like that's the type of behavior that it sound. You know what I mean? Like
right.
he try to disfigure you or something. You're not you, but that's
Just
yeah, that's
anybody.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I will
Mm-mm,
always have to be on edge. And then it's like when I did leave, and this is the funny shit. When I decided to leave, right?
mm-hmm,
Um, this is how I got to leave because one day one of his friends came and this nigga was like a super hoe, a bum ass nigga. Like he used to be on the block with us. He was just doing the most. And the nigga
mm,
came to the house. The bum nigga is dressed up, got cologne on, da da da, whatever and stuff. We didn't have no work or whatever, so it was no need to go to the block. Niggas was acting like they was going to the block, and then it clicked in my head like, yo, this nigga's not standing on the block with nobody while they doing they shit. If he not making no money, let me call this nigga. I call, I hear bitches and some shit. Mind
mm-hmm,
you, he has my car. You understand? So
mm-hmm.
I'm like, yo, what the fuck is this or whatever stuff? And then he had moved some little nigga in with us, right? So the nigga here, this is back like when the bleeps or whatever. So
Right. Where you
he
from,
went
Cola? You from Bronx or the Brooklyn?
from the Bronx.
Okay, I'm from the Bronx. So okay, go ahead.
So I'm like, wait a minute. So then boom, I
Mm-hmm,
go, he won't pick the phone up. So I didn't have a bleep. So I told the little nigga, I said, yo, bleep this nigga because I ain't finished talking to him. Like I don't know, it's crazy that that's what took the tweak, but it was like for some reason that just took the tweak. And the
mm-hmm,
nigga wouldn't bleep the shit, so the nigga was playing my PlayStation, so I ripped all the cords out and I started to wow. So then the nigga got
mm-hmm.
scared, and then he was like, "Yo, she in here wild, she in here wild." I was gonna throw the dog. He bought me out the window. The shit was crazy. I took all our pictures, ripped it up or whatever. He came to he came home because I was like, yo, you got 10 minutes to get. I don't know where he was, but he got there in 10 minutes. I said, this dog gonna fucking go out the window. It better grow wings. I'm gonna kill this shit. Everything going. I broke up all his shit. I went fucking bananas, and now I'm ready. Like I want to fight. You
You want
understand?
to kill
So
that
when
nigga? Yeah. For old
yeah,
or
so when
new? Mm-hmm,
yeah, so when he came in, I had like when I ripped the pictures, it was real immature, but like I said, I was like 21, I was still like young. I took the pictures that I fucked up and I put them on our bedroom door. So when he
mm-hmm,
opened the door, he was like, "Oh, that's how you giving it up." I jumped up on the bed and I was in this
mm-hmm.
nigga face. I was like, "Yeah, what's up? What's up?" You know what I'm saying? So then now when he's seeing like I guess demonic to him, he's like, he's calm. He's like, "Yo, you want to go to your mother's house so that you could calm down for a little bit?" Da, 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 da. See, when we used to fight before, he used to do that. I'm like, "No, I'm all right." No, no, no. I said, "You know what?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I do." So when I left, I only took a bag of clothes for that weekend, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then when I got to my mother's house, I felt I could think. You understand? I felt
Mm-hmm.
clear. I felt safe. I didn't want to go back. So I was walking around like a bum because all my shit was there. The nigga
Right.
held all my shit, sis, for like
Of
6
course you would.
months. He wouldn't
Mm-hmm.
let me get my shit back. I'm like, you can
Mm-hmm.
keep your fucking clothes. I want, you know what I'm saying, or whatever stuff. So now when I finally get to come and get my stuff, right? He tried to use his son. I came to
Mm-hmm.
pack my stuff up. His son came out the room like, yo, you back home now? And I'm like,
What?
no.
I mean, like, fuck you and your father, respectfully. You crazy now? You get now. Yeah. Wow. I get
You
it.
know what I'm saying? Like it just it was like I don't know, that was it. Like it was over after the choking shit, but
Yeah.
I was like, I'ma just stay here, but we just gonna fight now. You understand? Like
Right.
now I'm gonna every time you do something, we gonna have equal combat. And then I realized I'm like, yo, I'm having thoughts of killing you, motherfucker. Like you think
Yeah.
that you just wanna hit me. I'm gonna be the dummy that ends up in jail and you gonna be
Mm-hmm.
living your life beating the next bitch. So I
Mm-hmm.
think I need to just go.
Right.
Hey,
Wow.
ODS. Hey, my bro. Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? So people
Yeah.
don't understand it's different levels of shit. And like, since you know the story, like I'm somebody in the street. So it's not that I didn't have nobody to do no shit with, but I also
Right.
know as a female, if I'ma stay with a motherfucker, I'm not gonna involve other people because that happens too much too, where people go get their brothers, they get all these niggas, they get whoever, and then you staying with them.
Right. Or your brother do something to somebody and now you tell it. Yeah, I get it. Yeah. Wow. And that's why it's like this is so interesting to me because Cola, we can't we know we of each other. I wouldn't who you are now, I wouldn't even think that, you have would have experienced anything like that, you know? So
No, cause
that's very
it took a while
interesting.
though. Not trying to be funny. Like when the shit was first happening, was going on and shit like that. Like I was embarrassed. That's another thing that people don't understand too. With people with
Mhm.
domestic violence, people don't want to run and tell people whether it's the police and stuff like that all the time at first because they're embarrassed that they even allowed themselves to go through that shit. So when that's
Right.
why even with this culture that we have, especially with social media now, people don't want to come out and say shit. You understand?
Right.
People like
Mhm.
Cassie, why you ain't say nothing? She got a bigger spotlight on her than any regular motherfucker in the hood do, and people in the hood don't want to say shit. You
Exactly.
understand?
Exactly. That part. People just, they hear things and they create something creates in your head, and people don't know. You have to understand domestic violence. You have to be in some people have to be in a situation like that. It's not just
Okay,
easy to
Auntie,
leave.
it's
It's
not.
not easy to leave.
My
And I know,
parents, nobody knew about that shit, sis. Nobody.
right.
For
Hmm.
years.
Wow.
For years. I didn't
Wow.
tell nobody shit because like I said, I had the tools and I chose to take the tools and throw them in the garbage. You know, like my father taught me everything, sis, about hoe ass niggas all the time. You understand? Because my father, like, I love my father, but he was a hoe ass nigga. But you understand? Like, he
Right.
taught me mad shit. Like that was so. It was like I chose because my heart was feeling this way to say fuck what I know in my brain is right. I'ma just thug it out and see what comes of it. And then that's what I got from it. It wasn't no bag. It wasn't no none of that fucking shit. None of it.
Right. Right. And thank God you made it out of, what I'm saying, that situation too, because everybody is not, fortunate, and it's not a face on domestic violence. You would never know, you know what I mean? So that's
Right. People
mhm.
don't know. You never know who's going through what and whatever. Everything that glitters ain't gold and shit like that. Like it's not what people seem. But sis, thank you so much. This oh my god, we had a whole therapy session, Kola gang.
Yes, yes. Salute, Cola. I gotta go out and take
Yeah, I
care of
gotta
some
go too
stuff.
because Pop Pop is coming out right now or whatever stuff. I
Yeah,
love you. I love you,
love you
Cola Gang.
too.
Thank you everybody that came
Yeah.
and supported the
Salute
sis
to
or
the chat.
whatever and stuff. And stop judging folks if you ain't been through shit. You know what I'm saying? That's the
That
message for
part.
today and for the rest of these days. All right. Everybody have a good, safe day. Talk to y'all later.